Today I want to share a case study of treating a bacterial pathogen naturally, quickly. This is a prime case study showing that functional testing can really save time and money and get patients better sooner. So this patient presented to the clinic. He was dealing with loose, watery bowel movements. That was the kind of prime driver to get better, and the prime kind of symptom. He also had a little bit of bloating, a little bit of kind of indigestion after foods, a little bit of flatulence, and rarely abdominal pain. So we went thoroughly through the case, history. He'd done a lot of traveling internationally, places like Bali. He had gotten food poisoning a few times. And so initially we spent a lot of time talking about his bowel movements, loose, watery bowel movements 2-3 times a day, sometimes 4 or 5 times a day on a given day. And the really key part that I spent a lot of time focusing on was the possible presence of fat in his stool. I suspected that he had fat malabsorption, that fats were just running through his digestive tract and he was winding up with these loose, watery bowel movements. I also suspected that he might have SIBO, just based on the bloating and distension after meals. It wasn't his main driver, but sometimes things like hydrogen-dominant SIBO can create all these symptoms: fat malabsorption, loose watery bowel movements, bloating and distension, gassiness, abdominal pain. Kind of fit the case right there. And so, definitely recommended a SIBO breath test. And just mentioned, look, if we want to be thorough and you've been unwell for a little while, I would recommend doing a functional stool test. And that is the complete microbiome mapping test here in Australia. There are kind of comparable stool tests worldwide. You can get your hands on them. It's more on the complete microbiome mapping stool test here. And this was the make or break point in the case. Breath testing. Look, there might have been a bit of distal SIBO. It wasn't extreme. It wasn't really the kind of big driver. And his stool test came back with a very significant bacterial pathogen called Campylobacter. Now, before the stool tests were coming in, we said, look, let's jump you on a maintenance plan. I recommended a prebiotic fiber. I recommended spore-based probiotics, that's the Bacillus genus, and I also recommended Saccharomyces boulardii. That was for the loose, watery bowel movements, help heal up some gut lining damage that I suspected was going on. Again, we're waiting for the results to come back. And then the last thing that I recommended was a good, strong digestive enzyme to see if we could kind of mitigate and get on top of some of that suspected fat malabsorption. So when we're looking at a stool test, that's the first thing that came back, and I looked at this before I saw the patient. We saw, not a whole lot of fat in the stool. Again, it's below 1%. That's pretty significant. Not his issue. When we did do a little follow-up, he wasn't seeing any improvements in the maintenance plan, and that's because I got it wrong, and that's the value of stool testing. Enzymes can help, even when these markers, pancreatic elastase, it's above 500, steatocrit, it's below 1. It doesn't mean enzymes won't help. It's still worth trialing, still worth working with, but if you haven't seen improvements within a month on enzymes and the initial maintenance plan, we're definitely missing something. So really, this Campylobacter species right here is what we are missing. This is a notifiable infection here in Australia, and it is a significant infection in his digestive tract. It is a bacterial pathogen. All of these bugs here, if they come back, maybe not H. pylori, but from kind of there up, almost every one of them, they have to go. We have to kill them. And so when we had a little follow-up, he wasn't doing so well. He was having a little bit of a flare on the maintenance plan. The enzymes weren't helping. And we said, look, let's just get onto this bacterial pathogen. Let's treat it short and sharp, high dose, 4 weeks, see how you're going. Might have even pulled it into 2 weeks, but I have learned over the years to treat just a little bit longer to resolve symptoms completely. You don't want to be yo-yoing around, feeling good and then not feeling so good and feeling good. It's frustrating and not a great experience for patients and for myself as a clinician. So the recommendations were a berberine-containing herb, that's philodendron. I also recommended high-dose garlic extract. There was an extract rich in allicin. oregano oil. Now this is a big piece. I don't use a whole lot of oregano oil. I have concerns with people using it too long and too high a dose and damage to some of the beneficial bugs in the microbiome. You know, it's our job to kind of preserve these bugs so they can do so much work for us in terms of our health and longevity and digestion. They do so much, it's crazy. But short and sharp, right here, eliminate the pathogen, get the patient feeling better. I don't have concerns with a short 2 to 4 week high dose oregano oil if it's gonna get someone better and if they can tolerate it. That's the caveat every time, as tolerated. You start this program, you don't feel good, we're missing something, you might be experiencing die-off, you might have a reaction to a herb, we need to troubleshoot that. That's why it's so important to be working with like a skilled practitioner that's kind of got the runs on the board and has been there before. The other really big pieces that I recommended on the herb front were thyme. Love thyme. I think it pairs really nicely with oregano and cinnamon and clove, all those kind of like aromatic Mediterranean herbs. And then the last big piece here was myrrh. And I find myrrh is a nice little kind of cross the board antibacterial, which is what we're using it for here, anti-parasite, you don't have any parasites, and antifungal. If we're talking about myrrh, I find it can cover all three of those different possible infections or overgrowths. So he kept up with that program. I saw him in 4 weeks, and when we checked in, he was doing so well, almost a complete resolution in symptoms that had been plaguing him for a while. Bowel movements were back on track, bloating and distension were almost completely resolved. The abdominal pain was way in the rear view mirror. Did have a little bit of a flare in symptoms. He changed his diet. I think he overate, but had a little bit of loose stools that got back on track pretty quickly. And this patient was motivated and got some kind of recommendations from a friend to go and check with his GP to see if Campylobacter had been eliminated. That would be something that I'd be recommending at this point as well. We want to know if it's worked. Doesn't matter if you're feeling better. I mean, that's great, hallelujah, but it's not job done. We want to go and check and make sure that we have eradicated these specific bacterial pathogens. Need to know, have to be gone. Even if you're feeling good, you want to be going and confirming, and if the bug's still there, I would treat again for another 2 to 4 weeks, retest, confirm it's gone, has to be gone, otherwise patients just slide back into their symptoms over time. So we can see here this fecal PCR. This is a really accurate test. I like the polymerase chain reaction testing from the GP, DNA based, and we can see here that the Campylobacter species has been eliminated. Now, if the patient was still dealing with symptoms, I might start to suspect a SIBO overgrowth as the big piece, and working on that for another couple months. But here, total symptom resolution, feeling good, back on track. He's working on a little maintenance plan. We got him back on the fiber, back on the Saccharomyces boulardii to heal up the gut lining, hoping he can tolerate it a little bit better now that the bacterial pathogen is gone. If he can't, there's always the next layer, second line therapy, third line therapy to address symptoms. They've been resolved. Stool testing, the big driver, the Campylobacter, has been resolved. And the last little piece is just to smooth everything over, heal up the gut lining, and rebalance that microbiome. So I hope that was helpful. Leave a comment, like, subscribe. We'll see you in a future video.